Jesus, Lee.
I'm taking a break.
I'll
be back.
The throat goat. I had a glizzy in my mouth.
Oh, no.
Throat goat.
The Black Friday in July event from Dell Technologies is here with great offers on trusted technology. You'll also discover huge deals on new AI-ready laptops like the Dell 14 Plus featuring Intel Core Ultra processors starting at $699.99. Save on top accessories, plus enjoy fast, free shipping and other benefits. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on home and auto insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check your house sitter has the new code first before leaving for vacation.
System lockout.
But that's the code!
Contacting authority.
I'm out of here.
Oh, seriously, the car too?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a home and auto bundle that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Potential savings vary. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
As you head out the door this morning with your favorite beverage, looks like stop-and-go traffic going on right now in the Travis area, 35 northbound between FM 1625 and William Cannon Drive. That's about an 8-minute trip across here. Everything else is looking pretty good on the roadways. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Texas Department of Transportation. If you think you need to speed, keep in mind that officers are out in force this month, reminding drivers to slow down or pay up. It's called Operation Slowdown. Speeding can cost you time, money, and hassle. It's just not worth it. A message from TxDOT.
Craig Way here, and no matter who you listen to on the air and no matter which team you root for, we can all agree in recommending Dr. Greg Eckert as your dentist. Dr. Eckert has been serving the Austin area for 30 years now. He's been my dentist for more than a decade. Greg Eckert and his staff will show you what your situation is, and they'll tell you what they can do to help so that you can make the informed decision about your dental health care needs. Give Dr. Eckert a call today at 512-345-3166. They're open on Fridays if that works for you. 512-345-3166 for Dr. Greg Eckert.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit. Every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The last thing anyone wants is to leave behind confusion, stress, or worse, family conflict. That's why estate planning isn't just for the wealthy. It's for families like mine, and probably like yours. With Trust and Will, I created my estate plan in minutes, from naming guardians for my kids to putting our house in a trust to avoid probate. Fast, affordable, and way easier than I thought. Every plan is designed by estate planning attorneys and customized for your state. Plans start at just $199 and include essentials like healthcare directives and power of attorney. With Trust and Will's bank-level security and built-in privacy protections, your personal information and your wishes stay safe. Whether you're newly married, raising kids, caring for aging parents, or just want peace of mind, Trust and Will makes it easy to protect what matters most. Go to trustandwill.com, use code RADIO at checkout, and save 20% on your personalized plan. Because there's no better time to protect the people you love. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Febreze. It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now, all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
The devastating Texas floods have impacted countless residents. Families have lost their homes, communities, and lives have been shattered, and children are still missing. The need is urgent. The Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country has launched the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund to support response, relief, and long-term recovery efforts. All donations will go directly to trusted local organizations to provide food, shelter, health care, and hope. Join us today and donate to the Kerr County Flood Relief Fund at communityfoundation.net.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Your home for the Horns. Make us the #1 preset in your car and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas.
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Throwback Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. The NBA continues to be fantastic. Primetime makes an appearance at Big 12 Media Day. Eric Henry of Horns 24/7 joins us at 7:34 talking all things Longhorns. Texas baseball gets good news. Texas softball player gets recognized. And we have lifetime Longhorn Cedric Griffin joining us at 8:17. You do not want to miss that. And, of course, you do not want to miss the world's strongest take because it's going to be one for the ages. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, we're going to give you a chance to use that talkback feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app. We're going to give you a chance to win some more tickets to go see Lainey Wilson. Lainey Wilson will be at the Moody Center in September, so we're going to give you a chance to win that. The new and improved, always free iHeartRadio app. Make us #1 on your presets as always. Mark, what you chuckling at over there, bro?
I'm just get the dump button ready because I feel delirious, man. I'm running off for 3 hours of sleep.
I mean, I'm just watching.
I'm just giddy, man. I can't help it.
I mean, something got to change.
Y'all got to go on, please go on X and pull up the show or whatever. If you whatever form of social media you fancy, we're on all of them, and we're live. So tune in, guys. We doing numbers. Y'all joining a unbelievable click. This is crazy.
Make sure you get ready to turn off his mic. I don't even know what's happening right now.
I got the dump button ready, and I'm right there on the mic.
Everybody is ready. Everybody knows they've been sleepy before, where they didn't sleep but 2 or 3 hours, and this is the end result. You feel like this euphoric feeling, like I'm floating. It's crazy. I love it. It's actually a good feeling.
I really don't even know which way to go right now, but I'm going to start with this because in the NBA yesterday, we've been talking about it all week. It continues to happen. People are getting paid, and when I say they're getting paid, they're getting their own money. Yesterday, Devin Booker, the star of the Phoenix Suns, now that this team is now all about him, he signs a 2-year, $145 million maximum contract extension to be with the franchise through the 2030 season. It is the highest salary in history, and let's hear about it.
We've got breaking news out of the NBA where Devin Booker and the Suns have agreed to a 2-year, $145 million extension through 2030. That's per multiple reports. The 4-time All-Star has spent his entire 10-year career in Phoenix, averaging just over 25.5 points and 7 assists per game last season. Booker is now set to earn $316 million with the Suns over the next 5 seasons.
Man, what?
Hard.
What?
Okay, so you got the top 10 picks. You got the opportunity to pick 10 players. Is Devin Booker one of your top 10 picks in the NBA? Top 10.
Maybe.
Hard.
He's had the ability to be a star in this league. He's had the ability to do some amazing things, especially when it comes to scoring. He is a pure bucket. He's a bucket. And if you're going to start your franchise or have your franchise leader who's been with you since day one,
Averaging
and you
25 points a game, 7 assists is pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would draft him in my top out of the top 10 players. What
are you basing it off of though? Like
you want to win right now, or you want to win for the future? That's the only two options that there is. You want to win right now, or you want to win in the future?
I think he's definitely somebody that other teams would want.
Yeah.
He's a 4-time NBA All-Star, 2-time All-NBA selection. He's got 2 gold medals. He became the Suns franchise career leader in points last year. I mean, he is their franchise. So again, and let's not forget, he's only 28 years old.
That's true. A lot of good points you just made there.
I mean,
but I'm just saying,
you're not going to draft him, right? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think so.
Because your standards are so high. I mean, everybody's got to be a champion for you.
I just
and
look
they got to
at
be number one.
No, not true. Yeah. Not true. I mean, okay, it just so happens that if I was going to pick, I would pick Giannis over everybody first because he could do everything except for shoot threes. He did that at 32 or 33%, which is the highest he ever did. I thought that was pretty good. I mean, you get people like Luka, Wemby. Like you want to go with somebody that you can build everything around, but you want to win right now. And I think that Booker is up there, but he may be like 11. He may be the odd man out. He'd be up there though.
So you gonna put my man on number 11
I'm gonna just put him over there just because.
Well, I mean, he has done some amazing things for that organization, as we said before. And to your point, you look at what Giannis was able to do. Booker, he's averaged 25 points 7 straight seasons, bro.
I would pick him over Ja Morant and Zion Williamson.
Well, he's really pleased by that thought.
Yeah, one guy won't be. Well, both guys won't be playing.
Exactly.
One suspended, the other one is, Yeah.
Mr. Glass. Every time you touch him, he break.
Yeah, I mean, you start looking at this organization and you understand that this is 10 years that he's been with this team. His worth is more for the community. It's more for what he's been able to do thus far.
There you go.
And
leadership and consistency.
Very.
You want those things, those traits in the guy that you pick in the top 10.
And every person that they've had before, they've moved on from. Kevin's gone. DeAndre Ayton's gone.
Bradley Beal gone yet?
They're about to. And that's not even their guy. You know what I'm saying? Kevin wasn't their guy. Their guy just got rewarded with $72.5 million per season.
I thought it was a case where you like, hey man, please don't leave us. If you leave us,
maybe
we have nothing.
Maybe. But him being who he is and knowing the layout there, I mean, this is and they had him part of the coaching search. Like he was part of it. So that lets you know everything about what they think of him when they invite you into the conversation and say, "Hey, what are you trying to get done? What are we trying to achieve? What is our goals moving forward? And are they aligned with each other?" And they found a way to get it done.
Wow, that's a good point. Maybe he might move up into 8.
Well, the main thing is this. The main thing is this. They found a way to get the deal done, and he's another blockbuster player that has just gotten paid throughout this process. And then you look at all the people that signed their rookie and their max extensions. You look at Banchero from Orlando. You look at what just happened with Max Holmgren. You look at Chet Holmgren, excuse me. And you watch what happened with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You're keeping your homegrown people there. The only thing that I'm kind of curious about is the fact that the Joker did not sign his extension.
Oh my God, did you see that?
And the thing about it is, if he's not signing that extension, you know he is about to become a player that might make $80 million per season.
Yeah, and I thought it was very curious.
Think about that. Oh
that
my God.
The dude said,
80 million?
No, I'm not going to re-sign with y'all.
I'm not going to sign the extension.
An extension?
Right.
I will wait until after the season next year when I am an unrestricted free. He free.
Yeah, so on his contract, he has 3 years remaining on a 5-year deal at $276 million that he signed in 2022. He has, on the final year of his deal in 27-28, it's $62.8 million.
Can I give you my way too soon prognostication?
He's going to be a Laker with Luka?
That he is going to Los Angeles with Luka.
You're hopeful. You're hopeful, right? Is that what you're looking for?
The Lakers have done that since the beginning of time. They started with Wilt. Like they always go out and get the big splashy player that was undeniable. The Shaquille O'Neals, the Pau Gasols, like they go get him.
But the thing about it is, if you're gonna go get him, you need to get him now. You need to try to get him now, because as he gets older, he's not gonna be that great anymore. And Luka's gonna continue to ascend because he's so young.
Both of those guys make everybody around them better.
Agreed with that. We're just getting started on a Throwback Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff. When we come back, we're going to have a conversation about prime time. Deion Sanders took the podium, and a lot of folks are not happy with his thought process. We'll explain right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The college football season is almost here, and the countdown to kickoff begins with the SEC Media Days. 1300 The Zone has all your coverage from Atlanta, your exclusive interviews with Steve Sarkisian and Texas players, and hear from special guests and college football insiders. Listen on 1300 The Zone and the iHeartRadio app.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
As you head out the door this morning with your favorite beverage, looks like stop-and-go traffic going on right now in the Travis area, 35 northbound between FM 1625 and William Cannon Drive. That's about an 8-minute trip across here. Everything else is looking pretty good on the roadways. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
In 20628.
The HVAC Buyback Summer Special is on again at Abacus. Save up to $10,000 off per system and/or get 0% financing for 60 months, plus a 15-year warranty. Call or book online at abacusplumbing.com.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Texas weather can be wild. Protect your home with residential metal roofing from Mueller Inc. Strong, stylish, and designed to last, our metal roofs handle wind, hail, and heat with minimal maintenance. With a range of colors and styles, you'll get lasting beauty and proven durability, all backed by paint warranties up to 45 years. Visit with one of our sales representatives today at any of our locations across Texas, including Marble Falls and Spicewood.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
At Hannah Chevrolet, we like to keep things simple. So the price we agree on is the exact price you pay. That means no bait and switches, no absurd additions, no mandatory dealer packages that are magically added at the finance table. At Henna, this can save you $3,000 to $5,000. Just straightforward, all-inclusive pricing, incredible customer service, and a vehicle you're going to love. So come in and together let's drive at Henna Chevrolet or Henna.com.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite fan fuel. From craft beer, rare spirits, and world-class wine to chips, dips, and gourmet finer foods. And with same-day delivery when you order online or through the app, Specs is your MVP for the biggest score of the game. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Here's to you, cheers to savings. iHeartRadio Earth is here with little tips for a healthier planet. Farming meat accounts for 14% of global greenhouse gas emissions, the same as all modes of transportation combined. Help reduce the impact your meals have on the environment by going meatless one day a week. When we all chip in, our world becomes a better place. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
What? You know you're doing something when you got Coach Sark introducing you. Welcome back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry.
We made it.
Go ahead.
Them boys are live.
We're doing some things up in here. Next week we will be in Atlanta for SEC Media Days. It's an exciting time. That means that we're getting closer and closer to football season. Coming up in the next segment, we'll talk to Eric Henry for 447 about the SEC Media Day and what his expectations are going into this. But right now, we're going to have a conversation about the Big 12 is having their media days in Frisco at the Star. Very cool place. My first year of going to all the media days, it was at the Star. It was brand new. The Star was brand new. The hotel was brand new. Everything was just new and shiny and exciting about it. So it was good. It was good. But right now, you start to think about the Big 12 and what it is. Obviously, Joey McGuire and Texas Tech have been the conversation with everybody because of what they've been able to do with the money.
Run me my money.
It's the first time that I've seen a guy like Cody Campbell, who is in charge of the Matador Fund, and they sold their company for $4.2 billion. We all know the story and how the new contracts are being written up. He's going around doing tours and doing the coaches. He's doing all the interviews and they're talking to him about his collective and everything else. But the guy that everybody wanted to talk to was obviously Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders has done an unbelievable job at Colorado. You've seen the turnaround, but this is going to be a challenging year for him because of the fact this is the first time that he doesn't have his son at quarterback. He doesn't have
plural
at quarterback I'm talking about, but then he doesn't have Travis Hunter at wide receiver and defensive back. It's a new look a new look Colorado football team, and Deion was talking about the new identity.
Your 2 star players from last year gone. Like every school, there's a new identity each season. Give us a window into the case for Colorado winning this year.
Well, we won't have those 2 phenomenal players, but we will have a phenomenal team. We're not as good individually, but we're better collectively.
Without Shador, a lot of people speculated you didn't have much interest in coaching college football.
Why was that? What?
I don't. There was a.
Why would that be a factor?
Yeah.
Why would I have interest in doing what God blessed me to do? That don't make sense whatsoever.
Well, just walk.
Don't forget, you know I had 2 sons, right?
I do.
Yeah,
Shallow.
Yeah. What about Shallow?
Yeah.
It's easier for me, man.
Okay. Why?
Because I don't have to be 2 things. I don't have to be the father and the coach.
Yeah.
Now I could just be the coach, and I don't have to look and make sure I'm a dad and he's doing his job. I'm a dad and he's doing his job on the defensive side. Now I could just focus on these young men. I love so many of them like they're my sons. I truly do. And some of them act like they're my sons. But I don't have any biological sons on the team right now. But I'm proud of them, man. But I love the challenge. I do.
I love it too. I love the fact that he pointed out that I got more than 1 kid on this team, by the way. Just like you said, you're like, what about the other one? And a lot of people don't talk about him, but he's gonna get a chance to play. He's gonna
play in the NFL.
Yeah, he understands what the job is. But Deion was also talking about the transfer portal and Joey McGuire. Joey McGuire, Texas Tech, they got the bread, so the transfer portal has been very good to what Texas Tech was trying to do.
Coach Prime, how are you?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm Jarrett Ramirez with RedRaidersports.com. You talked a lot about Media Day last year about your relationship with Joey McGuire.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if you paid attention at all to what they've been doing in the portal, especially.
Yeah. Joey got some money. Joey, where you at, baby? Spending that money. I love it. I love it. Once upon a time, you guys was talking junk about me going in that portal. Now, when everybody go in the portal, it's okay. It's cool when they do it. There's a problem when I do it. Ain't that a rap song? First of all, let's get this straight. I love me some Joey McGuire, and one of the best coaches in our conference. I've seen him excel from high school all the way to where he is now, and he's a winner, and I absolutely love it. And you know, I love him because he's a man of standard. We played there last year, and we was getting bombarded by them tortillas. I don't know how to say it. Somebody say it. Tortillas. We was getting bombarded by that, and Joey grabbed the microphone and told him to stop throwing at us, or it's gonna be some consequences. And I love that, and I love Joey. Joey, I know you're out there, baby. I love you, man. I appreciate you. Can you send, a few of those dollars to us so we can get some of those players too?
Center left back.
So you start looking.
Deion need to stop.
I love it. I love it. Give me that money. We're gonna get into Deion and his money here in just a minute. But he also had a relationship with Coach Dillingham. Dillingham, the Arizona State head football coach. We got a chance to see him up close and personal last year. The energy that he brings, him and your boy Scatterboo, and what they were able to do. And Deion and Coach Dillingham had a great relationship.
Hey, Coach. Justin Lasser, Toasted Devil's Digest over here. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you.
You and Kenny Dillingham both got started at your respective programs at the same time in the Pac-12. Played them that year. You guys won. Now made the transition to the Big 12, and you guys play again this year, except 2 years later, they're coming in as Big 12 champions. So what could you say just about what Kenny's done for that program?
First of all, Coach Dillingham is unbelievable. He's a dear friend. We go way back. I thought we was going to have the opportunity to coach together at one point. But he's excelled, man. And what he did last season was darn believable. I didn't get jealous. I didn't get sensitive. I was just proud of him because, we were virgins together coming into the Big 12. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful. The Pac-12 then the Big 12. So I'm thankful that he did the doggone thing that was unbelievable, and now he's soaring. And I'm just happy, man. I want to see everybody get together. I want to see everybody win, except when they play us. But I want to see everybody win. But I'm proud of Coach Dillingham and what his relationship with those kids and those young men. And I know some of them personally, that he is who he says he is, and I'm proud of him.
Hardge, Deion was talking about how his team is better
right
now rather than it being a singular great players. They have one. And when I say they have one, Draylon Miller.
Because he's from Silsbee?
He's from Silsbee,
Okay.
Texas.
Okay. All right.
But
I knew that's where you were
he
going.
is the new Debo Samuel. He can play wide receiver as good as he can play running back. He's a 600-pound squatter.
Yeah.
Like, the dude is phenomenal. And I can't, like, he had some splashes last season.
Yeah.
But it wasn't his turn. Now I'm curious to see what kind of performance, because they're going to be throwing him the ball and they're going to hand it to him.
And they got a kid from Crowley too that's going to be outstanding as well. So he's going to be a special performer as well. But we want to talk about this salary cap. Deion Sanders and the salary cap. He decided that college football now needs a salary cap.
And Brian, you were talking about it during your presser about NIL and what these players deserve and how the game is modified to that point. From where you sit, doing it at the highest level in the NFL, how do you believe NIL should be guardrailed now, especially with the revenue share?
I wish it was a cap. You know, like the top of the line player makes this, and if you're not that type of guy, you know you're not going to make that. That's what the NFL does. So the problem is you got a guy that's not that darn good, but he could go to another school and they give him $500,000, and you can't compete with that. That don't make sense. And you're talking about equality, not equality, like equal. I guess so, equality. And all you have to do is look at the playoffs and see what those teams spent, and you understand darn near why they're in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard to compete with somebody who's giving $25-30 million to a darn freshman class.
Right.
It's crazy. We're not complaining because all these coaches up here can coach their butts off and give them the right opportunity with the right players and the play here and there, you'll be there. But it's what's going on right now don't make sense. And we want to say stuff, but we're trying to be professional. But you're going to see the same teams darn near at the end and with somebody who sneaks up in there. But the team that pays the most is going to be there in the end.
Sound like complaining to me.
Yeah. One of these brothers ain't
He
like
lost
the other
me.
one.
He lost me right there.
Well, you heard him when he was saying, Joey, give me some of that money. There, Joey got that money. You know why? Because that money spins. And when you spin, you win. And that's why those teams are being able to advance in the playoffs.
Man, I'm going to have to put that preacher music on there for you.
I'm just saying, man,
You
don't
was over there rhyming and
complain.
stealing.
Because remember, prime time became that because he was getting must be the money.
Hey, but that's a double standard.
Oh, that's what he did.
Oh, there we.
Oh.
Come on now.
You know why? Flashing lights. Deion
I
with that
forgot
great
about
rap.
this.
Oh yeah, it must be the money, man. That's how things get done. Speaking of money, you can't hide money when it comes to our guy Eric Henry of Horns 24/7. Joining us next right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
Disabled vehicle blocking the right lane, US 183 northbound at Great Hills Trail, causing no delay right now at this moment. We also have stop-and-go traffic continuing in the Travis area, 35 northbound between FM 1626 and William Cannon Drive. That's about a 10-minute setback there. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you want the lowest price. With their lowest price guarantee, if you find a qualifying lower price on the same item, they'll match it. Price match applies to the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how they'll match price at Lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Mark, I had to do it, bro. I broke up with my license plate.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was boring, basic, and had no personality. And you know I deserve better.
Man, you need to go to myplace.com, bro. They've got custom plates that scream all you.
I'm talking about burnt orange, longhorns, even Hardge 99.
It's giving your car that championship belt.
Exactly. No more boring plates. I'm committed to myplates.com. Use the promo code DAZONE, all one word.
The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is coming to Round Rock July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond. Watch these legendary AUSL Pro softball players on the Bandits and Vaults battle it out, including Sis Bates, Rachel Garcia, Skylar Wallace, Texas-owned Bella Dayton, and many more. To learn more, go to the AUSL.com and get your tickets today. That's the AUSL.com for tickets. Athletes Unlimited Softball, July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond in Round Rock. AUSL, this is legendary.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas, September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today, AXS.com.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The Spurs signed guard Jordan McLaughlin to a 1-year deal worth $3 million. Spurs open summer league play tonight against the Sixers in Vegas. The Suns signed Devin Booker to a 2-year max extension worth $145 million. That's the highest average annual salary in league history. The Guardians went back-to-back in the first, beat the Astros to sweep the series. I'm Ronta Moss.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
All right, if you're building the perfect summer playlist, just open the iHeartRadio app because we've got all the summer vibes you need. We have every playlist and station you could want for pool days, road trips, beach hangs, all of it. Plus, Dollywood Radio is now on iHeartRadio. Yes, the park you know and love has its own radio station. So yeah, your summer soundtrack, we got it handled.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Our blood runs orange.
It's Thursday. It can only mean one thing. Our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247, joins us as always. And I want to get right into it. You can follow him at Eric Henry _ on social media. I want to get right into it. It's a big week coming up for all of us in the ATL next week, SEC Media Days. And we're excited about being there. But most importantly, what is it about this year's Media Day that you're wanting to get to the bottom line of?
As always, good morning, Hardge. Mark, appreciate y'all having me on. Yeah, looking at SEC Media Days, I'll tell you the one thing that's certainly going to be the storyline, and that's Arch Manning being made available to the national media. Again, for those who may not understand, Arch Manning, of course, byproduct of not being Texas' starting quarterback, wasn't typically made available to the local media. And as a result, the national media didn't get a chance to talk to him. Now they're bringing him to the ATL. Hardge and Mark, over 1,000 credentials have been issued for SEC Media Days. So I know that is going to be a circus. But I'll give you a storyline outside of Arch. How about some of the other teams in the pack, right? You know, Texas, Georgia, everyone's talking about them. I want to know, how's Tennessee doing after their quarterback situation this offseason? How Auburn, you know, they're putting a lot on Jackson Arnold, wanting him to tap in to be that five-star recruit he was when he signed to Oklahoma. How's that coming along? So Arkansas, look at Taylon Green, you know, Texas A&M, Marcel Reed. There are a lot of teams in this league where you look at quarterback, and that's the deciding factor between them being maybe a 5-6 win team and then being an 8-9 win team. So I'm looking to check in some of the quarterbacks.
One of the things that I'm looking to check into is LSU. You know, LSU is a team that always has the athletes. We know that. You're an athlete, you go to LSU, you playing, you get into the league. But the thing about it is they've always tried to get over that hump. And ever since Joe Burrow and that great team that they've had, they haven't found a way to get it done. What do you think about Brian Kelly and his journey at LSU?
I'm glad you mentioned that name because, quite frankly, I think the thing that might be standing in LSU's way is Brian Kelly.
Brian.
That is, and listen, I think Brian Kelly can coach. I don't think he's, you know, a bad football coach, but there are some guys, you know, I don't think it's a controversial statement. This was applied to Steve Sarkisian early in his career, 7-win Sark, right? When he was at Washington. You know, there's some guys who just for whatever reason kind of get in their way and can't get over the hump. So with Brian Kelly, of course, you know, he's had success in his career, but now this go around with LSU, super curious to see how that plays out because quite frankly, yeah, you look at Garrett Nussmeier, you look at some of the guys on the roster, they got dudes, but Brian Kelly's got to get him there.
Yep.
Eric, I have my question already set in my mind. And I would ask Arch, what do you have to say to people that say that you're unproven and possibly did you get too much too soon? What would your question be?
I would ask Arch. That's a good, you know, it's a good question, Mark. I would ask Arch if I could ask him anything at this juncture. I would ask him just, is this fun? You know, it's a question I asked Quinn toward the end of his career. And maybe this is something that for Arch, maybe it's a better question to ask 1 or 2 years down the road. But guys, I don't think it's natural for an 18, 19, 20-year-old, now 21-year-old to get all the attention he's getting, right? You know, one of my biggest, the reason why LeBron James really resonates with me as an athlete is he's been in the public eye since he was 16, 17 years old, no major scandals, always kept his nose clean, always managed to, you know, be on the straight and narrow. For Arch, I just want to know, is this fun? Because Arch talked about it during spring. Yeah, it's not always fun that, you know, I can't go to dinner with my friends and not get bothered for, you know, an autograph or, you know, if I want to, you know, I want to go hoop, you know, Hardge, Mark, you go down to the rec, you go down to the Greg. Arch is asking Sean Miller for the key to Moody Center, right, to hoop with his boys. So I would ask him right now, like, is this fun? Because I wonder how much of that, Mark, you carry going into the football season, right? Can you just block it out and it just be football?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. We're talking to Eric Henry of Horns 247. You can follow him at Eric C. Henry _. And Eric, you got an article that's up right now over at Horns 247 talking about 3 things about this football team on the offensive side of the ball, some expectations there. Obviously, Arch Manning is number 1 on the list, I'm sure. But you also want to look at what is this offensive line going to do as Phil Steele, who we've had on this week. Make sure you get over to the podcast page if you missed that. Talked about Texas being his 26th ranked offensive line. So there's some growth that needs to be done on that offensive line.
Yeah. You know, I'll give you 3 things, Hardge. Quarterback and offensive line actually didn't make this list. Now, of course, offensive line is a concern, but 3 things I think for this offense. You take a look, Steve Sarkisian, for the 4 years he's been in Austin, Texas is consistently ranked in the top 30 in points per game. However, you remember the team he coached prior, Alabama, that team scored north of 45 points per game. I think there's some people who are wondering, can Steve Sarkisian take a Texas-led team, a Texas offense, to north of 40 points per game? In order to do that, I think it's 3 things. 1, we've covered it ad nauseum, and we're going to continue to cover it until they cross over the hump. Short yardage, goal line, red zone. If you can turn those 3s into 7s, That will give you a couple extra points on the board. Downfield passing. I've talked about this with you guys on the show a ton. Quinn Ewers wasn't the greatest downfield passer for his career. He was right below, 1 out of 3 in terms of passes that traveled north of 20 yards in the air. Arch Manning, in 19 attempts last year, hit 42% of his attempts. That essentially are deep balls. Can Texas be an offense that hits 40%, 45% for point of reference? Dylan Gabriel, the elite guys last year, hit 55, 56, 57%, right? That can take the offense, make it more explosive. And last but not least, explosion in the run game. Contravion Wisner spoke about it in the spring. He was just trying to get the 4 or 5 yards and hang on to the football, right? Now he's trying to be a guy who, I get in the open field, I want to make a guy miss. Bijan Robinson, his last year at Texas, had 45 runs of 15 yards or more on on right around the same amount of carries that Contravion Wisner had last year. Trey only had 19 carries at 15 yards or more. So looking for some of those home run hitting type plays in the run game.
Yeah, that's going to be big, too, because of the fact you got C.J. Baxter coming back. Christian Clark seems to be ahead of schedule as well. So there's going to be some explosive plays there with that offense. Anything else you're on your docket for trying to get more information out to these great people?
Yeah, how about this? Let's check in a little bit with basketball. Trying to keep up with Sean Miller and company. As you guys have seen this week, they've officially inked 2 foreign recruits. Lewis, I always butcher his last name. I think it's Oberaya is how it's pronounced it, and they just signed a kid out of Germany as well. The reason I highlight those 2 is because, Hardge, you were there at Sean Miller's intro presser. He talked about 3 things: high school recruiting, transfer portal, and international. International recruiting, of course, was not something you saw a ton of Rodney Terry, him being a Texan through and through, really want to work the Texas high school ranks. It's not that Sean Miller won't do that. But when you get a kid, Hardge and Mark, who's 6'9", 225, remember these kids over in Europe, they play pro basketball 15, 16, 17 years old. So I want to know, how do those pro leagues translate to the SEC? Is this someone who can step in and give Texas significant minutes early on? So, of course, on the site, all things football, but definitely keeping an eye on basketball and, of course, baseball as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. As always, man, we appreciate it. And it's kind of funny. I've always wondered this, like, how is a guy being able to play pro ball over there, but yet you could come over here and play college? I'm like, I've never understood that. I'm like, we got things backwards over here so much, man. It's kind of crazy. But as always, man, enjoy Lago Vista and hang out there. My boy Ike said Lago Vista's second finest. There you go. But I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate y'all, fellas, for sure.
All right. There he is, Eric Henry of Horns 247. When we come back, we're going to talk Texas baseball. They got some great news yesterday, and a softball player got recognized for her talents. Coming up next, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
It's the Craig Way Show.
If Jerry Jones does care as much about his fans as he says, try to make some moves that might at least appeal to them a little more than a lot of the moves you made. In other words, like a real personnel person, real general manager. Make Will McClay the real general manager.
Voice of the Texas Longhorns and Hall of Fame broadcaster. Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. on AM 1300 The Zone.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
Disabled vehicle blocking the right lane, US 183 northbound at Great Hills Trail, causing no delay right now at this moment. We also have stop-and-go traffic continuing in the Travis area, 35 northbound between FM 1626 and William Cannon Drive. That's about a 10-minute setback there. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war in term life. Industry rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month, level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110 level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call for a free quote today. 800-200-2250. That's 800-200-2250. Don't wait. Call 800-200-2250. 800-200-2250. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
The Big Three is back this Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Physical and fiercely competitive. Miami's 305, led by Lance Stevenson and MVP Michael Beasley, take on Steven Jackson's three-time champions, the DMV Trilogy. Then Chicago versus Dallas, Dwight Howard's LA versus Boston in a legendary basketball city rivalry. And Houston versus Detroit. Jason Richardson, Paul Millsap, Montrezl Harrell, Len Rice Jr., Jordan Crawford, and more. Basketball the way it's meant to be played. Big Three live on CBS and Vice this Sunday starting 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling award-winning vehicles for you, right here in America. And this summer, we're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you.
For a limited time until supplies last, assembled with U.S. and imported parts.
Coach Sark here. 1300 The Zone is your flagship home for the Texas Longhorns.
Find your iHeartRadio everywhere. There are hundreds of ways to experience iHeartRadio at home and on the go, beyond the iPhone and Android app and at iHeartRadio.com. Here's another way to connect to iHeartRadio. If you've got a Roku TV, then you've got iHeartRadio right there in your living room or bedroom. iHeartRadio is available on every Roku TV, Roku Smart Soundbar speaker, or Roku players. And with Roku's voice search, you can easily access your favorite artists or radio stations with simple voice request. Your iHeartRadio music, radio stations, and podcasts now on your big screen TV with Roku. Check it out for free now. iHeartRadio. Anywhere you want to listen, iHeartRadio is there.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Texas Longhorns.
Great stuff by our guy Eric Henry of Horns 247. Coming up at 8:17, our Legends of the Locker Room segment will feature one lifetime Longhorn, Cedric Griffin, will be joining the show to talk all things Texas. And his son is being recruited by a lot of schools too, so we'll check out all of that as well. But right now, I want to give you an opportunity to win a pair of tickets to go see Lane Wilson. All you have to do is get over to that podcast. But the iHeartRadio app, search for AM 1300. That red microphone and read the keyword of the day. Moonshine. Moonshine is the key word of the day. All you have to do is do that, and you'll get a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Lane Wilson September the 18th at the Moody Center. Time is running out. We're getting closer and closer to it, so it's right around the corner right there. I also wanted to talk about this because yesterday the news came out not only did Texas softball win the national championship and still celebrating, I'm sure, but their best player, Reese Atwood, was named the Johnny Bench Player of the Year as the top catcher in college softball. She not only does it behind the plate, she does it at the plate. She led the nation with 89 RBIs. She's amazing when you start to think about her numbers that she put up and being able to control the pitching staff. She batted .393 with 13 doubles, 41 walks, but more importantly, she was behind the plate and she had a fielding percentage of .988 with 313 putouts, 18 assists, and committed just 4 errors. She is the true meaning of what it's like to be like Johnny Bench, because Johnny Bench was one of the best catchers in the history of baseball.
When you can catch and dictate, what the other team is, what their players are not good at, and the catcher's job is, definitely to make sure the pitcher knows, don't pitch him inside. Pitch him, like they got the scouting report. Those guys have to be smart, and then you don't make errors.
Yep.
On top of that, like that's we need more of those.
Yeah, she's solid.
Can we get more of those?
She is definitely one of the best players in the country, and she's been doing it since her freshman year. So she's been amazing. And also going back to the Diamond, Texas baseball with the MLB draft coming up starting this Sunday. A lot of conversation was going on about some of the players from the University of Texas, and 3 of them decided that they were going to stay at the University of Texas and pull their names out of the draft. Left-handed pitcher Luke Harrison, right-handed pitcher Max Grubbs, and right-handed pitcher Ruger Riojas decided that they were all going to forego the draft this coming weekend and decide to stay at the University of Texas.
Big news.
This is big news for Texas Longhorn fans and players, because Max Grubbs was outstanding last year with his opportunities. Luke Harrison was our number 2 pitcher that got elevated and ended up having to make some different things. He was coming back and he did a great job going 5-1 last year. So for Texas to be able to keep those types of players and bring in the ones that they got in the transfer portal, things are definitely looking up for the Texas Longhorns baseball team. You already have Dylan Valentes, who was freshman of the year, Baseball America's freshman of the year. He was all freshman. I mean, he did everything coming out of the back end of the bullpen, but now he's going to probably be a starter in 2026. This kid is amazing. Now we want to see if he can continue to trend in that direction.
This seems like Coach Schwarzenegger basically putting the framework together and saying, guys, we can win it.
Right. Well,
if we have this and we have that, now we bringing in this, like we just need to gel.
And they got a bunch of left-handed pitching. Like, I've never seen a team like this with that much left-handed pitching. And not only just left-handed pitching, but they have experienced left-handed pitching. And we don't even know what's going to happen with the draft as far as some of the high school kids that may have an opportunity, that will have an opportunity to go to the University of Texas. But Texas making moves, continuing to apply pressure, whether it's on the softball field or the baseball field. Texas has just reloaded everything when it comes to baseball. They lost 18 players to the transfer portal this season, but they filled them all up with experience and guys that are going to come in and make an impact immediately.
Right away.
I was talking about this with somebody else the other day. Baseball has changed so much where everybody always talks about this. You can be a little guy and do this, and you can be like Altuve. You were talking about Altuve the other day. But I'm looking at this Texas baseball roster as of right now. Their catcher that they have that's coming in, Carson Tenney, 6'3", 220. They're bringing in a left-handed pitcher from Wake Forest, 6'1", 225. Shortstop, 6'1", from Stanford. Another left-handed pitcher, 6'4", from Western Kentucky. Outfielder, 6'2". Another outfielder, 6'4". I mean, Texas, 6'3", excuse me. They got a left-handed pitcher that's coming in, 6'4". They are getting big guys.
That sounds like they're bringing in football players.
They're bringing in some big old dudes, and it's just the times have changed so much in athletics that these numbers that I'm telling you about are big numbers because the game has changed. The power, the pitching, the home run, the experience that a lot of these guys have because they're older. The draft has kind of changed it. Like I just said, Texas had 3 guys pull themselves out of the draft because they wanted to come back to college and try to help the University of Texas. And it's happening all over the country. I mean, it's not new, but it is something that the time in college athletics, that's why college baseball is so good right now. Because there's so much, it's not always youth being served. Yes, there's some 5 stars, baseball players, some top prospects, some grinders, but there's a kid that's going to go in the first round for the draft this weekend that signed to go to Texas, and he's not coming to Texas because he's going to be a first-round pick. So the game has changed a lot, and it's going to be real interesting to see how this continues to play out. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. Don't forget, Cedric Griffin will be joining us in our Legends of the Locker Room segment. But coming up next, the NFL. We're going to talk some more NFL wins and losses, and we're going to the NFC North right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
One buzzword constantly being thrown out in today's auto finance world is affordability. The price of everything has gone up, including vehicles and monthly payments. Auto companies are currently grappling with this issue for their customers. At Apple Leasing, we want you to know that we've been attacking affordability for our customers for over 40 years. A lease offers a much lower payment and reasonable finance terms that can match most customers' trade cycles. Are you in the market now for a new vehicle and finding out your favorite model's price has increased 40%? Maybe you've heard about Apple Leasing on the radio over the years or from friends and neighbors, but haven't made the call yourself. With interest rates dropping and rebates being introduced back to the market, why wouldn't you call Apple Leasing? Join thousands of other happy clients and make that one call that will save you time and money. Our leasing professionals are ready to serve you. Call 512-346-9977. That's 512-346-9977. Or visit us online at appleleasing.com.
After 48 years, Factory Mattress is going out of business forever. Over $15 million worth of world-class mattress brands must be sold immediately. Up to 80% off at Austin and San Antonio's largest independent mattress retailer. Everything must go, right down to the bare walls. Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. No interest financing is still available. The Factory Mattress going out of business sale is happening now at all 14 locations. Don't miss it.
If you need up to $3,000, go to WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com is the name you can trust. It's free to use, available 24/7, and you are never required to accept any loan offer. Some lenders offer same-day funding. If you need up to $3,000, type WeFixMoney.com directly into your browser. WeFixMoney.com has been helping customers for 15 years and has an A rating with a Better Business Bureau. So if you need cash for credit card bills, car repairs, childcare, or anything else, go to WeFixMoney.com. Make sure you type WeFixMoney.com directly in your browser. Go to the company you trust, WeFixMoney.com. It's free to use, available 24/7, and some lenders offer same-day funding. Just fill in the information and get an answer in minutes at WeFixMoney.com. For up to $3,000, go to WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com.
The last thing anyone wants is to leave behind confusion, stress, or worse, family conflict. That's why estate planning isn't just for the wealthy. It's for families like mine, and probably like yours. With Trust and Will, I created my estate plan in minutes, from naming guardians for my kids to putting our house in a trust to avoid probate. Fast, affordable, and way easier than I thought. Every plan is designed by estate planning attorneys and customized for your state. Plans start at just $199 and include essentials like healthcare directives and power of attorney. With Trust and Will's bank-level security and built-in privacy protections, your personal information and your wishes stay safe. Whether you're newly married, raising kids, caring for aging parents, or just want peace of mind, Trust and Will makes it easy to protect what matters most. Go to trustandwill.com, use code RADIO at checkout, and save 20% on your personalized plan. Because there's no better time to protect the people you love. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
You've got an app for your music, but what about your favorite morning show, sports team, or live local news and weather?
See things start to change.
Yep, there's an app for all that too. iHeartRadio. Download the #1 app for radio, the free iHeartRadio app.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Your home for the Horn. Make us the #1 preset in your car and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. In hour number 1, we talked about Devin Booker. Run him his money as he gets paid an outstanding amount of money. 2 years, 145. Yeah, that's some big time dollars right there. We also heard from Deion Sanders and leaving him with his salary cap that he wants to put in college athletics. Too late, not happening. We also got a chance to talk to Eric Henry of Horns 247, and we talked Texas baseball and softball as Reese Atwood was named the Johnny Bench Catcher of the Year. Outstanding work. Coming up in the next segment, we got our Legends of the Locker Room segment with one Cedric Griffin. That's right, lifetime Longhorn. Cedric Griffin will be joining the show to talk all things Texas, of course. But right now, I want to get into the NFC North. A place that Cedric Griffin did play was the NFC North as he played for the Minnesota Vikings. And I want to start right there, Mark, because the Vikings with O'Donnell and McCarthy, J.J. McCarthy now is the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. He's not experienced at all. He's coming off of an injury, multiple surgeries, mind you. But all signs point to him being that, to me, that Justin Herbert type of quarterback. I think he's going to fall into that Justin Herbert where everybody thinks he's got this upside. Everybody believes he's so good, yet he don't get the smoke that everybody else does. Is J.J. McCarthy, is he going to be the answer for this team to have over 8.5 wins or under 8.5 wins?
I think it would be over because they have so much talent around them that he would have to be a colossal failure to have less than 8.
Okay.
And be totally inept, which he was not last season before he got injured. They had him listed as a starter. They had him saying, or everybody was saying how he was grasping the offense so well, and how he had a rapport with Justin Jefferson.
Right.
So all of this, and then you get injured. That it sucks.
Yeah, it does.
There's no other way around it. But luckily for them, they had Darnold to come in the wings and look like he should have been there all along.
Got himself a contract going somewhere else.
Got paid.
Yeah, so I look at this and I look at their roster and I say, okay, yes, obviously Justin Jefferson, he is the answer to all answers. If you're in trouble, throw it up. Justin will go make a play for you. I believe in that as well. But I also look at their running game. I believe in Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones from El Paso is one of the most underrated running backs in the NFL because I don't think they give him enough love for the style of play that he has. I also look at TJ Hawkinson, the tight end, another piece that is going to be that should be used a lot more. They brought in Jordan Addison, another guy that is out talented. So he, to your point, he has enough weapons on offense to be able to handle it. They brought in Jonathan Allen on defense from Washington, another dude with a chip on his shoulder, pissed off because they didn't try to sign him. They got good linebackers. This is a solid football team. I'm going to take the over on them as well because I think that they have enough. And if he can take care of the football and not try to do too much, I think he's going to be just fine being there. So I, too, will take the over when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings.
It's good to manage the game sometimes until you're acclimated and you can take a chance on being a point getter.
Yeah.
Like you become a guy like Baker Mayfield. For a guy that likes to challenge the ball deep, man, he manages the game very well.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of guys can learn from that. Just manage the game. Don't make mistakes.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see exactly how they run their business, so to speak. But I'm all for it. Another big name that I'm looking at in this situation is the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears, with Ben Johnson as their new head coach, who did magic in Detroit, now has a quarterback in Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is special to me. I think Caleb Williams is getting a bad rap. I think Caleb Williams is put in a situation kind of like what we were talking about with Ace Bailey. He was trying to orchestrate where he did not want to go. And they were like, we drafting you. We got the number 1 pick. We need a quarterback. Chicago has not had a franchise quarterback in a very long time. They are sitting at 8.5 wins. I'm taking the over. I think this is a solid year. I think the relationship between Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams is going to be one to flourish. I also believe that they, too, have some talent on that football team. We talk about Roshan Johnson. We're looking at him coming out of the backfield and what he's been able to do in the short yardage. You also have DeAndre Swift, somebody that can run the football. You have your guy, you drafted that guy, Colston Loveland, the tight end. You got DJ Moore, Aduze. You got playmakers. And now you brought in Devin Duvernay, by the way. But you go and get some guys, and you went and shored up the offensive line. You went and got 3 different linemen to help your quarterback, who all he did was get picked up off the ground the whole time. So you now have what you've been looking for, and I think it's a big move for them. So I take them over 8.5 wins.
I'm going to say over. I mean, you have an offensive genius as a coach, and then
you crowning him? You crowning him, Ben Johnson? Calling him an offensive genius? I just need to know.
Okay, I'm on a show by myself right now. I'm going to ignore that. Caleb wanted Ben Johnson. He lobbied for Ben Johnson. He loved the system of having the sprint option and the zone read and the rollouts because it fit his abilities. If you got a guy that's a genius at doing that and proved it at Detroit, getting them double-digit wins for 2 seasons, then yes, you want to get that guy. And I think that he feels like he's a better quarterback than what they had in Detroit. I think athletically, he's definitely better than Goff.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, you put him in a system, he's like, oh, man, if I was in that system.
Yeah.
So now you have that. More than 8.
Okay, I'll take the over for you. I got over as well. Now we go to Green Bay, the Packers, 9.5. You're looking at this team with LaFleur and Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs at the running back position. You also have, now you drafted Matthew Golden, somebody that can stretch the field to be with Romeo Doubs and Jaden Reed, who I had last year in fantasy football. But you still have to try to figure out what you're going to do defensively. They got a solid defensive squad that can make some plays, but they're sitting at 9.5 wins. I'm going to take the under, and I'm just going to put them right at 9 wins. I'm putting them at 9 wins. This is a talented football team. I'm not saying they can't get dubs. I just think that their division has gotten so much better this year that it's going to be a little bit tougher than that. So I'm going to take the under on that.
I'm going to go 9 too.
So you're taking the under.
I'm taking the under.
Any reasoning?
I think they have a lot of wide receivers that are middle of the road wide receivers. and Golden is going to get the lion's share of the throws, but he's a rookie.
Yep.
And I think they're going to ease him in rather than throwing him to the wolves. So I would rather, if they threw him to the wolves and they were going to get him the ball, 10 targets a game, then I'd be like, yeah, I think they could win 10 games, but I know they're not going to do that.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting year in the North because, like I said, obviously Minnesota was one of the better teams last year. Detroit obviously is the best team in that division. Chicago's gonna be better. Green Bay is always Green Bay. They're in the mix the entire time. So this division is gonna be a little bit tighter than what people think. I think this might be one of the best divisions in football because it's gonna be all clustered up. Speaking of the top team in the division, we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions. Dan Campbell and Jared Goff, their relationship. Dan Campbell just pumps life into everybody. I mean, he gets everybody fired up.
That dude gets you fired up,
Yeah,
man.
he keeps you locked in. Like he is on.
Eat kneecaps.
Yeah, he's doing everything. And you look at this team, and you got Amon-Ra St. Brown. You see what Jamison Williams was able to do as the wide receiver. Sam Laporta at tight end, somebody that continues to get better and better each year. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery in the back. What are they called? Sonic the Hedgehog or something like that? I forgot what they were called.
I forgot what the other one's name is.
Yeah, but now they have Tashard Choice as their running backs coach as well. Groups that are reunited. Good football team. Very excited to see Aiden Hutchinson is coming back. DJ Reader is still a problem, and that secondary is tough, led by Brian Branch. So they're sitting at 10.5 wins.
10?
Yeah.
I would say 10. I say over.
Under. If you're just going to say 10.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
It's 10.
Yeah, I took them at 10 as well. I think they can get 11. I believe they can get 11. I can see them getting 11. But I'm going to stick with it because of what I said just a moment ago. That entire division is so much better.
That division is like the NFC East. They just eat each other alive.
Yeah, it's been a little bit different. So I'm excited about it, and we'll see what ends up happening. But I'm more excited about who we got next. Our guy, Cedric Griffin, lifetime Longhorn and part of DBU, folks, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Show, weekdays at 2.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, cash. That's cash. Enter it now.
AM 1300, The Zone.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th, streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Get your laundry Vegas ready with Arm & Hammer Power Sheets. Just toss in a detergent sheet. No drips, no plastic jugs, no mess. Arm & Hammer is a proud sponsor of the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Clean up before you turn up. Shop Arm & Hammer Power Sheets now.
The JB and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
We do have an accident reported. This is going to be 620 to Anderson Mill Road. Also, some road maintenance happening. 2 right lanes are closed. 360 Capital Texas northbound. This is going to be between Spicewood Springs and Great Hills Trail. Finally, I-35 southbound between Howard Lane and Runberg Lane. A little slow traffic there, about a 7-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
What up, Mario Lopez here? You know, I love me a throwback like the Staples Easy button. It's back and bringing more easy than ever. Custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Plus, next day delivery to over 98% of the U.S. Yeah, Staples, that was easy.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you.
Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
It's time to warm up that scoreboard and get ready to bring home the win with Specs. Specs has you covered with lower prices on all your favorite fan fuel. From craft beer, rare spirits, and world-class wine to chips, dips, and gourmet finer foods. And with same-day delivery when you order online or through the app, Specs is your MVP for the biggest score of the game. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Here's to you. Cheers to savings.
There's nothing like King's Hawaiian sliders and summer grilling season. They go together. You got King's Hawaiian, soft, fluffy, irresistible rolls, slider buns, so versatile, perfect for any slider. No matter if you're looking to grill chicken or beef or pork, seafood, anything you can think of, you're going to put it on the grill, you can put it on a King's Hawaiian slider bun. Kick off summer grilling season. Pick up a pack of those irresistible King's Hawaiian rolls in the bakery or deli section of your local grocery store. There's nothing like it. What would you pay for peace of mind? How about $1 a day? That's what happens with the professional monitoring plans from Simply Safe. No contracts, no hidden fees, true home security that you're going to have that's proactive, not just reactive. Old school security systems only react once damage is done. Simply Safe is different, designed to help stop crime before it starts. Protect what matters most. Get 50% off your Simply Safe system with professional monitoring. Plus, first month is free. SimplySafeDan.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
In today's Marketers Report, Erica Taylor, Chief Marketing Officer of Genentech, weighs in on audio's ability to reach any audience.
Everyone is listening somewhere, somehow. So it's a great way to take something very precise in what we're trying to do to reach patients with something that I think we can all agree is somewhat broad in reaching many, many different audiences.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia can get more people to hear your message than anyone else. For better results for every budget, visit iHeartAdvertising.com.
Back to Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. You heard the music drop. So that means we are joined with the Legends of the Locker Room segment by my guy, Cedric Griffin, former lifetime Longhorn, and he is one of the dopest dudes that is out there, and he's doing things for the community. What's up, Ced? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing pretty good, man. And appreciate you having me on. Mark, how you doing? Mike, what's going on?
We're excited to have you on, man. It's been a moment since I got a chance to chop it up with you. And I've been watching what you've been doing, and you're doing a hell of a job with all these kids and making sure that these kids understand the steps that they need to take to get to that next level. Because I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine yesterday. He said, you know exactly where you've been, and you can see things around the corner that the kids haven't seen yet. So tell everybody what you're doing and what's going on in Ced's world.
Already, man, I've been doing it for quite a while now, man. I started youth training and doing a little AAU track training back in 2016. I moved out here in Lago Vista, and I started my own club. It's called North Shore Stars. And I'm also kind of one of the head coaches at Faith Academy. It's a little private school over there in Marble Falls. So for me, man, it's just kind of give it back to the youth. I'm a big track guy, and I'm not a professional. I'm not no professional coach, but I have a passion for it. And I love doing it. It was one of the first sports I participated in, and gave me a lot of discipline. So for me, it's just kind of giving the kids the tools to kind of be a better athlete. And that's kind of how my motto is. All right. I'm trying to build a better athlete and get kids faster. So I'm doing that out here in Lago Vista and out there in Marble Falls.
I love it. I love it.
Said, is there anything that's better than seeing the light switch come on for a kid?
Man, I think that's one of I think that's why I'm in it, to be honest with you, because that's kind of what happened to me. You know, I had some great coaches along the way, some great mentors, and all it took was that one guy to say one thing to me, and then everything just turned on for me. So that's why I do it. So yes, when the light bulb turns on for some of these kids, it's amazing to see their growth. And that's again, right, Mark, that's why I'm in it. It's for those light bulb moments, for sure. No question.
What is the process that you go through to reach them? Like I do kids camps, and I remember you talking to my daughter and telling her, just like Hardge, hey, let her be a dog because it's my daughter. You know, I'm like trying to baby my baby, man. And Hardge and you both said the same thing to her, like, no, go out there and be a killer. If you have to, if that's what you need to do, and that's what makes you feel good, then go do it. Like, what is the process that you get to a kid? Is everybody different, or do you have a standardized way that you go about it?
Nope. So I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna put everybody in the same box because we're all uniquely different, and that's how God made us. So we got to get on their level. And for me, I literally get on one knee on all of my kids. If they're 6 years old all the way to 18-year-olds, I get eye level to them, and I like to coach them. I like to figure out what they're about. I try to learn about them, and then I go from there. So for me, it's finding out what makes a kid kick, what makes a kid go, and then getting really, really personal with them. And I do that with all my athletes. I don't care if I have 50 athletes to 2 athletes. I'm going to get on their level. I'm going to talk to their parents. I'm going to talk to their coaches, to their teachers, and I'm going to figure out what that kid needs, and I'm going to go from there. But for me, it's like, yes, I'm really competitive, and that's my motto over here, man. We're trying to be better athletes. We're trying to win. I know a lot of parents and coaches say, hey, we're not about winning, we're about development. I'm about both. And I tell my kids the same thing, right? We're trying to develop you at the same time, right? But if we're out there on that track or we're out there on the field, we're trying to win and we're trying to dominate. So that's my message to kids is, hey, we're out here trying to kick ass at the end of the day.
I love it. I love it. We're talking to Cedric Griffin. You can follow him. What is this? The Great 23? What's your handle?
Man, I put that on there, man, because I try to put Cedric Griffin, but there's so many damn Cedric Griffins out there, so it couldn't be Cedric Griffin, and so yeah, Wayne McGarrett played at Texas, and I like the number 8, man. So like he made it great. So I called it great. So the great 823, and my number for Minnesota Vikings was number 23 as well. So the great 823 fits me, and that's kind of what I put it for.
I love it. I love it. I wanted to get back to Texas football. You were there for the glory years. You got a national championship. You've seen what it takes, and now Texas has kind of transformed back to that time by bringing in your former coach, Dwayne Akina. But not only that, the way that Coach Sark has kind of embraced the past and wanted you guys to be a part of this. How good do you feel every weekend watching this team get after it?
I mean, it's awesome, to be honest with you. I love bringing in all those recruits. I love seeing the winning tradition come back to Texas. The atmosphere, obviously, right? With the ADs doing over there, so it's incredible, to be honest with you. So I don't really go to the football games over there. I like kind of watching them on TV. To get my own experience.
Yeah.
So I don't be bothered by people or me bothering other people. So I like to sit back on my couch, but. It's awesome. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So I'm ready for them to go all the way and try to win something, because I like bragging. I like showing off my UT stuff. I like wearing my burnt orange. Every time I'm in a car, every time I'm walking by, I throw my hook'ems up. So I bleed orange for sure. So what Sark is doing over there is pretty amazing. So now all he has to do is bring home a shipment. So that's the last quest right there. If you don't bring home the ship, hey, it's all for nothing at the end of the day.
Sid, how can we reach you? Like, what's your social media handles and all of that?
I only got one, man. I'm on Twitter, so it's the Great 823, man, and I'm on Twitter, man, because it's more sports based for me. I like kind of putting out quotes and stuff like that. I'm big on kind of being positive. So everything else, the IG or the I don't know what I don't even know what the rest of them are, man. They're just not for me. So I like to be sports based, and Twitter does that for me, or X, excuse me.
Yeah, well, we call it Twitter. Mama call him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. That's what we're going with. So let me ask you this: your sons have been doing some outstanding work and getting some recognition.
Yeah.
What's the latest on the recruiting trail, and how are things shaking out?
Well, one of my boys, Swade, that's my firstborn. He won state, last year and this year as well in the hurdles in the 200. So he's off to Arizona already, and that's where he's at right now. So he's out there having a good time so far. I can tell he's loving it and is just getting that college experience. So his recruiting is done right now. So it's no more me trying to blast out his film and all that stuff. So like he's done. He's on his own now. So whatever he does from this point on is all on him. My middle boy Cedric, my name. He's gonna be a senior this year. I think he's taking a couple visits to Texas Tech for some camps. I think he's going out to Colorado State. I think I believe this weekend as well. He's been at Texas Tech, so he's a little under recruited right now. But he got started late in the game. But he's my riser at the end of the day. He's my dark horse. I really believe so. Like once he catches fire, he's 6'4", about 185 pounds right now. He's a striker. Very, very aware kid. Like, I mean, out of both of my boys, and I don't mean to say it about Sway, but he has the most awareness Cedric does of just about having football IQ out there. And because he started as a quarterback, and I wanted him to be quarterback, but he wanted to follow daddy and follow big brother. So he wanted to play safety in the corner, so that's what he did. But he's doing well. I think he's gonna have a big season this year, and
You can't be
hopefully.
mad at that though. I mean,
6'4", man. Woo, that's
Yeah,
nice.
I'm not mad at it, right? But as I always tell my kids, man, I can see what y'all are gonna be, and at the end of the day, and I just want him to trust me on that. But he's developing into a great DB, and I'm like I said, I'm not mad at it because I like the DB position. I like what we're all about, and he has personality for a defensive back as well. So. And as Coach Aquino always said, right, he's one of those big bad wolves in the middle of the field, and he will come strike you. He will go get the balls in the air. So I'm looking for big things out of him this year for sure.
Well said. I know we don't talk as much as we used to, but I want you to know I'm very proud of you. I see what you're doing out there. Continue the good work and continue to spread that knowledge that you have out there, because a lot of times people take it for granted, but there's always somebody watching you and always looking to try to find that knowledge. And if you can bring it out of those kids, that's the most important part. So keep up the good work and much success, bro.
Man, Hardge, I appreciate you just having me on, to be honest with you, man. And listen, as long as I got air in my lungs, man, I can walk around. I'm gonna be with these kids because it keeps me young at the end of the day. It keeps me knowing what's going on, and I love doing it, honestly. So it's a pleasure, man. So Mark, I appreciate it, Mike. That's what's up.
All right, man. Be easy, man, and I'll get you back on again when we get closer to football.
Already, y'all be blessed, man. Have a good day.
There he is, lifetime Longhorn, and one of the coolest brothers out there, my guy, Cedric Griffin. Peace, bro. Have a good one. When we come back, we'll have our guy, Mark Henry, bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There is a stall blocking 2 right lanes, US 183 northbound at Great Hills Trail. Also, an accident reported 620 to Anderson Mill Road. And then finally, some slow traffic, I-35 southbound between Howard Lane and Runberg Lane. That's about a 5-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Cedar Park Overhead Doors. A new garage door is a smart way to boost home value. And at Cedar Park Overhead Doors, you can have one installed starting at $69 a month with 0% APR for 18 months on approved credit. Book your free estimate at cedarparkgaragedoors.com.
Hardball Hardge here for Covert Ford in Hutto. This July, celebrate freedom in summer with a new Ford from Covert Ford Hutto. Right now, get $12,509 off MSRP on a new 2025 Super Duty F-250 Lariat, or $12,000 off of MSRP on a new 2025 F-150 Lariat. 2 legendary trucks with star-spangled savings all month long. Visit Covert Ford in Hutto off of 79 or online at covertfordhutto.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Looking for top-quality permanent fencing for your home or business? Look no further than Viking Fence. With over 50 years of experience in Central Texas, Viking Fence delivers craftsmanship you can trust. Whether you need wood, iron, or a custom solution, Viking has the perfect fence to fit your needs. What sets Viking Fence apart? They source the finest quality Western red cedar lumber direct from the mill, the most durable and attractive fence material available. Plus, they offer 3 grades of fence pickets to meet every budget. So whether you want Viking to install your fence or you're taking on the project yourself, call Viking Fence today. They pride themselves on excellent work, outstanding service, and an honest reputation. Call 512-601-8911 for a free estimate. That's 512-601-8911. Or visit VikingFence.com/radio. That's VikingFence.com/radio for your free estimate today. When you think fence, think Viking.
The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is coming to Round Rock July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond. Watch these legendary AUSL Pro softball players on the Bandits and Volts battle it out, including Sis Bates, Rachel Garcia, Skylar Wallace, Texas-owned Bella Dayton, and many more. To learn more, go to the AUSL.com and get your tickets today. That's the AUSL.com for tickets. Athletes Unlimited Softball, July 17th through the 20th at Dell Diamond in Round Rock. AUSL, this is legendary.
Are you over 50 and constantly feeling tired, bloated, or just a little off? Don't ignore it. Those could be signs that your liver is crying for help. As we age, our liver, which is essential for metabolism, digestion, immunity, and detoxification, needs extra support and protection. If neglected, it can leave you feeling sluggish and constantly off your game. That's where Active Liver from New Nordic comes in. Available in easy-to-take tablets or delicious gummies, Active Liver combines powerful natural ingredients like turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract to help support healthy liver function. With Active Liver, you're giving your body an essential daily defense against toxins from alcohol, fatty foods, and sweets, helping you reclaim your energy, improve digestion, lose the bloat, and strengthen your immunity so you can look and feel your best again. Protect your liver and give it the support that it deserves by making Active Liver from New Nordic part of your daily wellness routine. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Partly cloudy today with highs in the low 90s, mid-70s for an overnight low tonight. We'll throw in a chance of a shower or thunderstorm tomorrow and a high in the low 90s.
This report is sponsored by Payday. Hardworking people need a hardworking candy bar. Packed with peanuts and filled with golden caramel, Payday is definitely working hard for you. So grab one now to power you through the day. Payday Peanut Caramel Bar. Get to it.
iHeartRadio's got you covered for the summer. Hit play on the perfect summer playlist like Summer Classics. Road tripping with commercial-free weekends on Smells Like the 90s. Or zone out in the shade with a good podcast. Your summer soundtrack is already in your pocket with the free iHeartRadio app. Find your next summer preset now.
iHeartRadio.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
Man, what a great conversation with our guy Cedric from Lifetime Longhorn. But right now, we're about to transition. WWE Hall of Famer and the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. Legit is world's strongest tag. I don't want to miss it. Take it away, big fella. Hardge, what's up, man?
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. My God! Back then, they didn't know me. Now I'm not. Yeah. Guys, I don't know if you saw, but there was a couple of coaches that decided that, you know what, I'm going to get naked and I'm going to slide in the home plate. I'm going to run the bases. Okay. This happened at Cooperstown. Hard, you know that at Cooperstown, it's a ton of kids that's competing. The coach's team was in the stands taking the tour with some other adults. And it was video recorded. And it got out, and there was a news report, and I'm gonna have the report played. Play the report, Mark.
Tonight, a story you'll see only on CBS News Chicago. 2 suburban youth baseball coaches fired.
And it all has to do with this video we're about to show you. It appears to show the coaches streaking on a baseball diamond at an out-of-town tournament in front of young players. Jermont Terry is live in Lake Bluff, where the league took swift action. But is this the end of the matter, Jermont?
Joe, this appears to be just the beginning of this matter, because the firing is just where it starts. With the league telling us tonight that they are working with authorities, mostly because the coaches apparently stripped down in the presence of players.
Oh my God! What the hell?
Children can be heard laughing in this video, which shows 2 men nude, one sprawling over home plate at a New York baseball field.
Wait, is he naked?
The video circulating online shows the men on the diamond bearing it all in the presence of children. The boys usually play here at this Lake Bluff field in the northern suburbs. They are members of the Lake Bluff Youth Baseball Association, a respected league which has been around for 70 years. But last weekend at the big Cooperstown tournament, the coaches, for reasons unknown and caught on this video, decided to go full Monty on the field, forcing the team to be disqualified, and the local sheriff's department in New York State called in. While it's not clear what, if any, action the sheriff's department took, we do know the Lake Bluff Youth Baseball Association board says it's deeply distressed to learn about the recent situation involving the Lake Bluff 12U Blue Cooperstown team. We are treating this matter with the utmost seriousness and have contacted relevant authorities. We will continue to support those authorities in their investigations of this matter. We have also taken immediate and decisive action by terminating the assistant coaches involved. Clearly, this is no laughing matter for the league. Many parents associated with Lake Bluff baseball did not want to talk publicly. It's not clear if the 2 assistant coaches are parents or not, but the board says it works hard to protect the well-being of players and families and will continue to do so to the best of its ability.
I found a lot of, at first I laughed too. I laughed at the report because they kept a straight face and they were serious reporting this. But the serious part of it hit me when I thought to myself, okay, they're in a public setting around kids, regardless of whether you're your kids or somebody else's kids, it's just not right. And I don't care if you were drunk. I don't care if you were trying to amuse each other or you lost a bet or whatever. You got to have more couth. Hardge, what say you?
Yeah, they're in trouble.
You going to jail?
You in trouble.
They going to jail.
As somebody who has been to Cooperstown for those baseball tournaments that have a team that was in those baseball tournaments and understand how it is a lockdown situation basically with that, it's a bad look all the way around. It is an awful, awful situation for those coaches. And there's nothing funny about that when you're dealing with kids.
Right.
You're running around stark naked, thinking you're having fun,
sliding in the
home plate with your junk out. That's a problem, man. And that is a situation that they're going to have a lot of explaining to do when it comes down to it.
Well, they're going to have some explaining to do, but they're going to be explaining it from a cell.
Exactly.
Hardge, like, that's public indecency is one thing. Public indecency with a minor
is totally different.
Is a felony.
Yes.
And you can go to jail 7 to 10.
Well, here's the deal.
And you're going to be considered a pedophile.
You are putting yourself in a situation that is a no-win situation.
Yeah.
There was nothing fun about what you just did as an adult, because now you are looked out as the coach of this youth organization.
Oh my gosh.
So now nobody's going to want you around their kids.
Ever.
Nobody, you can't, there's nothing that you can say that in a court of law, and I'm sure that Cooperstown, because now Cooperstown is being blasted all over the place.
It's a bad look on them. They might sue.
Thank you. Thank you. Now you've created this nonsense of a situation that has now put Cooperstown baseball in jeopardy because now parents are looking at this and saying, this is how this tournament is run, because
I don't want my kid to go there.
The kids have to stay in dorm rooms, barracks. It is not like you are going to stay with your parents on a road trip somewhere. Like when you go with your select team, you stay on the campus. You stay right there. I've had to do it. I know from experience. That is not a good thing for those people, because now you are not endangering, but yeah, I guess you could say endangering.
They will say child endangerment.
Exactly.
You get in court, they're gonna throw everything at you.
Yeah, this
you big dummy.
Exactly. And now they're gonna pay the consequences for that. And the kids now, I mean, you hear them laughing and stuff, but they don't know the severity of it because they're kids. But those parents understand the severity of it, and they know the opportunity that is now there, because now I can press charges against you.
Oh, man.
It's a bad look all the way around.
And I would like to say I feel sorry for them.
No, they knew exactly what they were doing. They planned that out. That ain't just me and you having some drink.
Man, we're
gonna go streaking. We're gonna go streaking at Cooperstown.
No, you
come on,
that.
man. You did that. You planned that. You planned that. Another great take by the world's strongest man. We'll close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. But I do have some news about something that is jumping off tonight. Tonight. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
For the fourth time in 5 years, the Texas Longhorns have won the Directors' Cup.
Texas wins the national championship. The Longhorns are on top of the college softball world.
From the courts to the field, Texas has dominated the nation.
Texas is going to the Final Four. The Texas women are headed for the Final Four.
1300 The Zone, the home of the Texas Longhorns. Hook 'em.
The JV and Sandy Show podcast. Stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
There is a stall blocking 2 right lanes, US 183 northbound at Great Hills Trail. Also, an accident reported 620 to Anderson Mill Road. And then finally, some slow traffic, I-35 southbound between Howard Lane and Runberg Lane. That's about a 5-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing,
T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton for Viome. Viome's full body intelligence test is the new science in anti-aging and life-extending insights. Viome analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods and supplements can, get this, slow your aging, keep you looking young, and help prevent future health issues. Next, Viome doctors design supplements specifically to your body's needs. Their job is to slow down and help reverse how fast your body is aging. And your Viome microbiome test reveals why you have stomach issues, don't sleep well, have low energy, even why you can't lose weight and more. Viome reboots your body to live longer, live healthier, and look younger.
Viome is changing lives. Order your full body intelligence test online and save $50. Viome guarantees rapid, remarkable health improvements your doctor will notice. Visit Viome.com, promo code THRIVE. That's VIOME.com, promo code THRIVE.
In the podcast, The United States of Kennedy, 2 Kennedy-obsessed hosts with contrasting perspectives take a deep dive into the Kennedy family's impact, good and bad, on American culture. This week, we're talking about Teddy Kennedy and Chappaquiddick.
There's the official record, and then there's a lot of other theories about what happened that night, and I have my own.
Listen on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow The United States of Kennedy and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war in term life. Industry rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man aged 45, non-smoker, can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month, level rate for 10 years. Or a man aged 50, non-smoker, can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call for a free quote today. 800-200-2250. That's 800-200-2250. Don't wait. Call 800-200-2250. 800-200-2250. Sample rate quotes based on preferred non-smoker rate class. Exam required to qualify.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, faucets, vanities, doors, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through July 18th. Not a member? Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
You heard Coach Sark. He said this is your home. You need to be with us every morning, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m. The morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. The home of Texas athletics, especially Texas football. Make sure you tune in this afternoon to listen to the Craig Way Show, the official voice of your Texas Longhorns. We've had a great show. If you missed any parts of it, if you missed Cedric Griffin, if you missed Eric Henry, all you got to do is get over to that podcast page, wherever you get your podcast. Oh, but it's always good to do that. Mark, been a busy week. We've been talking a lot of Major League Baseball. We talked a lot of NFL football, and we talked basketball. We started the show talking about the money that was being paid out to one Devin Booker. Well, you know that the Summer League is going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
And you know tonight at 7 o'clock.
Oh, yes, I do.
Mr. Cooper Flagg will be taking the court tonight in Las Vegas. And guess who he playing again?
Against the Lakers.
Oh, against your squad.
Bronny.
Okay. By the way, Bronny is not doing anything in these games as of yet. But everybody's talking about this Cooper Flagg situation and what he's going to look like. You get a chance to watch Summer League basketball on ESPN. Starts today, this afternoon, with the Pelicans and the Timberwolves. You can watch that at 2:30. And then, of course, you got the Cavs and the Pacers, Thunder, Nets, Magic, Kings, and oh yeah, Lakers, Mavericks on ESPN.
Is it too soon to change the name of the Pelicans? I wouldn't want to play for I wouldn't want to be a Pelican.
What you mean?
You're gonna be a fighting Pelican?
I mean, it's the NBA. I mean,
the Pelican.
Yeah,
a Pelican. Come on, man.
Fly, Pelicans, fly. It's gonna be real interesting to see exactly what's going on. But you think that this game is just a Summer League game? Obviously, it's Cooper Flagg.
It is. It's just a Summer League game. And I was talking to Marcus in the break, and it's a marketing campaign. They use Bronny's name because it's a notable name.
Right.
This is going to be the Cooper Flagg show.
For sure.
And there is nobody on the Lakers Summer League team that's remotely close to what Cooper Flagg is.
Not Dalton Connect?
Dalton Connect can't even wheel his bag in the building. That dude is, listen, I told you, like during the Olympic warm-ups or workouts, Cooper Flagg, he was 17 at the time?
Yeah. Maybe 16.
He was giving Bam Adebayo and what's my guy that plays with him at Dallas, Anthony Davis. He was giving them the business. Inside, outside, under the rim, up and down the court. There was no weakness in his game against pros because against pros, there's no illegal defense. There's illegal defense.
Right.
So you can't clog the paint and stop him. He knows he can get to his spot.
So you're saying he's good?
Good?
They're great.
He's great. It's been a while since I was as impressed. He reminds me of Paul Pierce. Everybody keeps comparing him to forward, like power forwards. I see him as a small forward, big two guard.
Yeah,
in the NBA. So he's gonna have his way with these small point two guards and small forwards. You better have a big small forward.
Yeah. So
he's a monster.
So these tickets out in Vegas, obviously, they're gonna raise the prices out there. But Vivid Seats has the average ticket price for today at $223
for a Summer League game
as of Tuesday. The cheapest ticket
out of here.
The cheapest ticket was $85, while the most expensive ticket was $3,000, and that was for the Michelob Ultra courtside deck. Less than 1% of the tickets are remaining for the day at Vivid Seats, and it's the highest paid ticket since Wembanyama played in the Summer League in 2023, and that ticket was $297. So this is going to be, obviously.
I hate this is radio right now because I wish everybody could see my face.
They can. I mean, don't forget we're on YouTube, we're on
Summer
Facebook,
League
we're
game,
on Instagram, we're on all that.
$200.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, he's making his
What are
money.
we doing?
I mean, people are paying it, obviously. So if they're gonna pay it, if you build it, they will go.
You know they have a replay. You just go watch it on TV. You can play $200.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Go
he's
sit in one of
only
them
going to play.
bars
Just so
in
y'all know,
Vegas.
he's only going to play 15 minutes. He's not going to play the whole game.
I think he's gonna play more than 15 minutes, though. I think he's gonna play more than 15 minutes. But you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. So you start
After
to
he
look at
shoots the ball the first 5 times, it's going to be 4 dunks and a 3, and they're going to say, "All right, man, shut it down."
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, somebody go put some water on
especially if
his.
he goes over there and shows out real quick. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
he's
saying?
not going to be out there long. And you're gonna sit there in the crowd and watch people that you never heard of or you'll never hear again.
Yep.
Because he's going to be on the bench with a towel over his head, looking at everybody going, "Man, I wish I was with Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving right now."
Right. Well, he's gonna get his opportunity. He's going to get his opportunity. Also, I want to make sure that we tell people to go to P. Terry's today. If you get a chance to go to P. Terry's, make sure you 100% of the donations will be going. I mean, the profits will be going to donations to help everyone in the flood. And Mark, I know you like to eat, so
Their fries are tremendous.
Understood. But I wanted to make sure that I let everybody know that get a chance to go over there. You can still give where you can. It's still up on the Facebook page and our show page where you get a chance to donate. So make sure you do what you can to try to help those that are less fortunate.
For the people, I will go and help out.
Is that what it is?
I'm doing it for the people.
Yeah. Make sure you order enough for the
people. Why
people.
you laughing, Marcus? I'm going over there to help the people.
What are you, Rikishi now? Do it for the people.
But yeah, so what a great show. If you missed any part of the show, get over there to the podcast page and check out the interviews with Eric Henry. You can also check out the one with Cedric Griffin. Great to talk to Ced.
Wow.
But also make sure if you missed Phil Steele, you missed Danny Davis, or you missed Joe Cook this week, get over there and check out the podcast. A lot of information.
Man, I made
there.
it the whole show and didn't say the F word. I made it.
Food.
You said food. You did say
I
food.
did say food.
Yeah,
God.
as always. I want to thank Mark Henry. I want to thank Marcus. I want to thank you, the people. And as always, don't believe everything you see because even salt looks like sugar. Peace. Mark, I had to do it, bro. I broke up with my license plate.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was boring, basic, and